Good morning, Director General. Good afternoon to those of you who are tuning in at another time zone. Good morning, good evening, and good day. I would like to now turn over to a video message which has been sent to us by Her Royal Highness, the Princess Maha Chakrishirandorn of the Kingdom of Thailand. Her Royal Highness has been championing alongside FAO in her region for a world free of hunger and malnutrition for all. So she has sent us her video message as she could not be with us in person.
I am honored to be invited by the Director General of FAO to deliver this keynote address at a special FAO seminar on food and nutrition entitled Urgent Call for Agri-Food System Transformation to Achieve Healthy Diets for All. Nutrition is a link between food and health regarding the fulfillment of energy, protein, vitamins, minerals, and trace elements requirements, and other dietary components from foods in human life course with the ultimate goal for good health and well-being for all. Healthy diet for general population are diverse, balanced, and appropriate selection of food eaten over a period of time. These diets protect against malnutrition in all its forms, including chronic non-communicable diseases or NCDs. Food value chain from farm to table of agri-food systems have to be transformed urgently and efficiently throughout the chain to fulfill the increasing demand of health diets for rising global population as well as for the alleviation of hunger and all forms of malnutrition. According to FAO, about one-third of all food, approximately 1.3 billion tons per year produced in the world is lost or wasted, thereby adversely affecting food security, nutrition and well-being, livelihood, global economy and the environment. Properly treatment of food waste generates about 8% of the greenhouse gases, contributing to global warming and extreme climate changes. Strategy and action are therefore urgently needed to be implemented throughout the food value chain at all levels, from individual, household, community, national and global levels, involving key stakeholders, including farmers, food processors, food services, and businesses. Food loss is the decrease or loss in the quantity or quality of food in the production, post-harvest, and processing procedures. Food waste refers to the increase or waste in the quantity or quality of food resulting from decision and actions by retailers, food service providers, and consumers. Reduction of food loss and food waste would lead to more efficient agri-food resources, utilization, food and nutrition security, and positive impacts on livelihoods and climate changes. In low-income countries, particularly in rural areas, food is mainly lost during the early and middle stages of the food supply chain during the production, post-harvest, processing, and transportation. Much less food is wasted at the consumer level. However, in medium and high-income countries, food is to a great extent wasted. It is thrown away even if it is still suitable for human consumption. Most developing countries have limited or insufficient national baseline data of food loss and waste along the food supply chain. Recent study sponsored by Thailand's Agricultural Research Development Agency, a public organization based on the National Food Loss Index of key commodities in the food systems, have shown the index of 6.2% for cassava, 44.9% for tomato, 42.7% for cabbage, 3.3% for milk, and 6.9% and 6.9% for tilapia fish. The indexes have focused on supply stages of food chain and measure changes in percentage losses over time. The research findings have provided the baseline data as well as factors influencing the indexes, which have helped in developing strategy and action plan for the reduction of food loss and to improve the efficiency of the food supply. Regarding food waste in Thailand, according to the Pollution Control Department, Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, organic waste collected by municipalities across the country in 2017 accounted for 64% or about 17.56 tons of the country's garbage. Those organic wastes composed of garden waste, kitchen waste, and food waste or discarded food for human consumption accounted for 33 to 50% of food waste found in 4 major cities. The data of food waste of individual, household, community, supermarket, food services at school, workplace, restaurant, and hotel are essential for raising awareness of this critical issue as well as for policy and strategic formulation for further actions at various levels. The global goal and target in the reduction of food loss and waste have been included in the Sustainable Development Goal 12 or SDG 12, which is ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns with target 12.3 to halve global per capita food waste. The Sustainable Development Target 12.3 per UN definition states by 2030 to halve per capita global food waste at the retail and consumer levels and reduce food losses along production and supply chains, including post-harvest losses. Approaches in development countries emphasize on reduction of food loss, while in the developed countries, the focus is on reduction of food waste. In all countries, there is a need for research and innovation and also learning experience for scaling up to meet the SDG target 12.3. One approach under the circular economy, food loss and waste, has been reduced under the concept of reduce, reuse, and recycle, or zero waste. Byproducts of food based on research have been used as compost, animal food, biofuel, intermediate biochemical products, food ingredients, or even food supplements for humans. For example, calcium from fish bone and fish oil is byproduct from seafood industry. Based on my working experience during the last 4 decades to alleviate hunger and malnutrition and improve the quality of life of school children in remote areas of Thailand, We have utilized holistic approach, agriculture for school lunch, nutrition assessment and remedial actions, clean drinking water and sanitation, quality education, school cooperative, occupation training, cultural and environmental conservation. School agriculture provides opportunity for students to learn, for example, how to grow vegetables, fruit trees, raising fish and chickens. Food produced will be used to prepare school lunch based on weekly food menu. Prevention of food quality and quantity loss by applying appropriate agriculture knowledge and technology has been a main learning by doing experience. Organic waste during production and some waste during cooking and from consumption have been used for production of fertilizer. Furthermore, Thai people have been inculcated not to waste food by following the instruction to eat the last grain of rice. This example illustrates the role of food and nutrition education as a key measure in implanting behavior in reduction of food loss and waste. The school under the project have been learning sites for villagers in agriculture and food production, as well as food processing to enhance productivity and reduce food loss. Reduction of food loss and waste is a critical issue in the food value chain to ensure an adequate supply of diverse and variety of food commodities to meet the increasing demand of global population for healthy diets. More collaborative efforts among multi-stakeholders with multi-strategic approaches at global, national, and local levels are required for achieving the SDG target 12.3 by 2030. Situation analysis, including influencing factors of the food loss and waste, will help to set targets aligned with the SDG 12.3, as well as suitable strategies and actions for reduction of food loss and waste. Lastly, prevention and mitigation of food loss and waste should be part and parcel of the conservation mindset to be cultivated in both children and adults if target of SDG 12.3 is to be realized. As Mahatma Gandhi advised, you must be the change we want to see in the world. Let's put our efforts together. Thank you.
We thank Her Highness the Princess of Thailand for her message where she calls on reducing food loss and waste, which is unacceptable today as we struggle to provide nutritious food to feed a growing population. We thank her also for her continued support to the work of FAO. And as the words of Mahatma Gandhi, we need to be the action. We need to be that change. So we thank her for sending us the video message. I would also like to take this opportunity before we keep going further to thank their majesties for having been with us today on this very important and special seminar on food and nutrition, an urgent call for agri-food transformation to achieve healthy diets. Both of your commitments, your majesties, are commendable, and we take your lead, and hopefully we will be able to together find solutions and work and create that action, solidarity, and urgency that our Director General calls for in order to be able to change agri-food systems.